Hey gang, what's going on? It's your guy coming to you from Studio 405 Mobile. Out and about running some errands on the worst weekend to ever run errands, that being the weekend immediately preceding Christmas. Took me about 15 minutes to find a parking spot just to come and pick up my glasses. So I figured I would go ahead and shoot you guys out a video. As you all remember, college football playoffs underway. After the first two major games are completed, it is safe to say that the committee did the right thing by the decisions that they made. I know there are some that will differ with that opinion because of their allegiance to their teams, and that is understandable. But let me, for those uninitiated, last week the college football playoff announced the rankings for the playoffs. The committee announced the rankings for the playoffs, and Notre Dame was first out of the top 12. If you remember, Notre Dame was ranked at least a spot, if not two or three, ahead of Miami for the majority of the season, despite the fact that Miami defeated Notre Dame in head-to-head play. They both had the same records at the end of the season at 10-2, both very respectable records. But when it came down to it, it was head-to-head play. Now, the arguments were made on the part of Notre Dame fans. Well, hey, the teams that we lost to were top 10 teams, and Miami didn't. Miami lost to a couple of quote-unquote nobodies. But when it comes down to it, head-to-head should matter. It should. Anyway, I could talk on and on ad nauseum about all of that. But Miami was in, and Tulane was brought in. Tulane was also brought in to the playoffs as well. And Alabama, that's your third team. I was trying to remember who the third team was. Alabama, who was a 3-loss team. That was the other big controversy, was Alabama had 3 losses after people had said no way a team with 3 losses gets in the playoffs. I even said it. There's a log jam of teams at 10-2 that would be very deserving of a spot in the playoffs. Vanderbilt is, of course, always first team to come to mind, and that's my SEC allegiance. But Vanderbilt did have a very impressive season behind the play of a Heisman candidate, Diego Pavia. That's a different story. Diego, that's a whole different story for a different video. We may do one, we may not. Some time has passed. You know, the news cycle moves pretty quickly with football. Anyway, I digress. So, Miami in, Notre Dame out. Alabama in, Notre Dame out. Well, yesterday, the Crimson Tide came to Norman, which is about 40 minutes down the road from here, and embarrassed the Sooners on their own home field. The score, by embarrassed, I mean Oklahoma was up 17-0 in the first quarter, and it looked like they were going to be on cruise control, and by the late third quarter pulled their starters and just cruised to a victory to the next round. Well, I guess maybe Alabama was just spotting Oklahoma 17 points, because they turned on the afterburners and not only caught but surpassed Oklahoma to the point where the game was pretty much insurmountable. Whatever magic juice it was that Oklahoma had, it must have been the Timu knockoff. It wasn't actually Michael's special sauce, because Oklahoma could not find any offense. Oklahoma could not find any defense. They had John Mateer running around looking lost for 3 quarters of football. There's another content creator that I follow, RJ Young, Adapt and Respond. By the way, go check him out. He's got excellent content. He's also an Oklahoma native. And all the pundits coming into this game picked Oklahoma to win the game based on Alabama's play in the SEC championship against my dogs. Go Dogs, by the way. Shouts out to my dog fans. Well, RJ has been saying all season, John Mateer throws the ball like a baseball shortstop. He throws a football like a baseball shortstop, and hope that does not bite him in the butt. Well, it did. It did indeed. He did not look like the player that everybody said he was going to be. Now the question is, after this season, is Mateer really that guy? Or was he never that guy and he just, he got hot? Anyway, I digress. The point is that Oklahoma got embarrassed by Alabama, an Alabama team that nobody except for Nick Saban picked to win on game day. So Alabama moves on to face Indiana next week in the Rose Bowl. And then today, Texas A&M takes on Miami, the same Miami team that everybody that was a fan of Notre Dame said didn't deserve to be in the playoff. Notre Dame deserved to be in the playoff because they had better quality losses. That's a phrase we need to get rid of. Better quality losses. If you lost, you lost, and that loss counts against you too, especially when it comes down to, do I get in the playoffs or does the team that beat me get into the playoffs? Okay? Well, both of those teams won. The two teams that got in over Notre Dame won their games. Now, that makes there's no guarantee that the committee's going to get it right and the teams that they put in are all going to go in and just knock everybody upside the head. That's absolutely impossible because somebody has to win. 12 teams are going in, 6 teams are going to advance between this week and this week. Well, you understand what I'm saying. You got 12 teams. That means 6 games. 6 teams are going to win those games and move forward. Well, you know how the format works. I'm not. My brain is not mathing right now. So not all of the teams that get in. There's only one team out of those 12 that's going to win. But should Alabama advance past Indiana next week and Miami against, I'm not sure who they're going to face, it's going to look like the CFP actually knew what they were talking about when they put them in. Is all I have to say about that. Now, I can definitely foresee if either Alabama or Miami fall flat on their face next week, then the supporters of the Irish will come out of the woodwork and the internet will blow up with, see, this is why we should have been in because we're the better team. You lost to the first team that you got that got in over you beat you. The second team that got put in over you played in a conference championship. Our conference championships outdated? They could very well be. They could just do away with them altogether, or they could say, hey, Notre Dame, join a conference, and that way you win your conference and you're in. Or make a good showing in your conference and you're in. That easy. Anyway, it's looking a lot like the committee knew what they were doing with these 2 picks. Congratulations to Miami. And congratulations to the Crimson Tide. See, Crimson Tide fans, I'm not all about that hate. We don't hate y'all nearly as bad as we hate Florida and Georgia Tech. So don't worry about it. Congratulations to the Tide. Congratulations to Miami as they move on to the next round of the playoffs. We got more stuff to talk about with some recaps here in a little bit. Colin and I will be back on Monday, because we want to give you guys a good preview of the game that Georgia will play next week. Right now, it's looking like it's going to be Ole Miss. Believe as of when I started this video, they're up 17-3. So you guys have a great weekend. We'll talk to you later. Go Dogs.